Hey, what's up there, YouTubers? It's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with basically a review slash thought though, and I want to give my thoughts on the Disney Plus TV show, the Obi-Wan Kenobi, the limited miniseries that I just concluded watching I believe it was all 6 episodes though on Disney Plus though. And for parents out there, it's worth pointing out that Obi-Wan Kenobi is rated TV 14 though. When it comes to the Star Wars license or Star Wars franchise that Disney has handled though, it has received some mixed response to it. Some like what they have done, some haven't though. Some are not a huge fan of how the new trilogy, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker. Some people have been sort of mixed on that entry though. I certainly don't hate it though. I still think the new trilogy is good. It just it will never reach the capability that the original trilogy has met though. Same with my view on the prequels as well. To Solo, a Star Wars film which did not perform well at the box office, to be exact. But we have seen some successes with Disney handling the Star Wars franchise. Shows like The Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian are really good examples of how well that has done. And having The Mandalorian on Disney Plus when Disney Plus launched, though, definitely helped a lot, though. And that is still a good show to this day, along with The Book of Boba Fett. Well, now they did one with now Obi-Wan Kenobi, taking place 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, but before the events of A New Hope, to be exact, though. And I really do like the series, though, to be exact. I like how these 6 episodes were portrayed, though. I love the fact that basically we see looks like a worn, beat out Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Ian McGregor, if I'm saying the name correctly, though. Still on, Tatooine. Looks like he's working like at some sort of butcher shop, to be exact, and hiding basically from the Inquisition that are, hunting down the remains of the Jedis and all this stuff, while overlooking, while he's overlooking, a young Luke Skywalker. At the time, though, I do like Uncle Owen, played by Joel Edgerton, if I'm saying the name correctly, though. I love that comment how he made in episode 1 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, where Obi-Wan said, "The boy has to be trained," and he said, "Yeah, just like how you trained his father, Anakin." It's like, take that knife and just jam it right in and all that stuff. And basically the tone of the series is really like suspenseful and somewhat dark and in some ways depressing, but not too depressing, to be exact. I mean, Obi-Wan, like I mentioned, is sort of beaten up and somewhat broken, to be exact, especially what happened to his former Padawan, Anakin Skywalker, played by, if I got the name correct, played by Hayden Christensen, though, who returns and plays Darth Vader, though, along with James Earl Jones. And it's really neat to see those two characters interact, though. I think in one episode, Darth Vader has the upper hand against Obi-Wan. He sort of like sets out like a path of fire and drags Obi-Wan through it, like what happened to him on Revenge of the Sith, and to the final episode where they both confront each other on a desolated planet, to be exact, though. And the ending for episode 6, though, was, I think, to me, it felt like what's going to happen to these characters, but at the same time, my eyes felt a little watery when I saw that. You saw basically Obi-Wan Kenobi confront Anakin and looking at, after, and spoiler alert for those who may have not seen it, cutting off part of Vader's mask and seeing what has become of Anakin Skywalker, though, and trying to at least try to make peace with him and all that stuff. But when you start hearing Anakin say that Anakin's dead or killed by Vader, you see in the look of Obi-Wan Kenobi, though, that he realized his friend is dead. Like, there's no hope or anything like that. And it just adds that kind of suspense to it, though. Even though adds that dread to it in a way, though. Even though you know what's going to happen to these characters, especially if you watched the Star Wars films and everything like that, though. So I really like how all these episodes were set up, particularly since this miniseries focused heavily on, well, I won't say too heavily, but heavily on a young Princess Leia, though. So basically, like when she's a child, and you get to see, you know, what Alderaan looked like before it blew up, and how it basically, the whole plot was one of the let's see, what's that character's name? Oh yeah, one of the third sisters, played by Mose Ingram, who basically uses a young Princess Leia as sort of a way to drag Obi-Wan Kenobi out, because she wants to join the rank of the Grand Inquisition and all. So, I mean, I really like how it's all basically kind of a setup and all. I will say her character is probably the one big disappointment to some degree. Now, I got nothing wrong against the actress playing the third sister or anything like that. I have no issues with her. I thought she did a good job with her role, though. And I will say, as a side note, I condemn those who basically started to write racist comments to her. I absolutely condemn that to the fullest extent. And I feel comments like that reinforce the argument of why people view the fandom as being toxic and all that stuff. But I feel the way her character, sort of like how they ended her character, especially in the final episode, I was a little disappointed with how her character was portrayed at the end, though. That was a little bit unfortunate for me and all that, though. So that probably was... It was like, basically, we see one scene, she meets up with Obi-Wan and tries to, in some ways, redeem herself, and then you don't see her, you don't know what happened to her after that. Maybe it's something I missed or something, but it certainly is a little bit unfortunate with her character, and that's really probably my one disappointment with the Obi-Wan Kenobi. But in terms of the series as a whole, though, I still think it was really good. I like, you know, the tone to it and the way it's all set up, though. So it's definitely probably one I definitely recommend, especially for those who enjoyed some of the Star Wars content on Disney Plus or anything like that. As for whether or not a season 2 will ever happen or anything like that, that remains to be seen, to be exact, though, and it's unclear if a season 2 happens, if Vader will return or not, whether Hayden Christensen will return, or if James Earl Jones, who voiced Vader in this series, though, you know, he did the voiceover, is going to return if a season 2 does happen. Considering how episode 6 of Obi-Wan Kenobi ended with Liam Neeson doing the spirit of Qui-Gon Jinn in a way that's kind of similar to how the spirit of how Obi-Wan was with Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy, though, it kind of opens the door to a possibility of a season 2. Maybe if a season 2 does happen, we do get to see him train under Qui-Gon Jinn, maybe, because we know that at the end of episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, they do mention Yoda did tell Obi-Wan basically about connecting to Qui-Gon Jinn as sort of a second apprentice, or certainly that kind of approach. So maybe that will happen. Maybe we'll see something that evolves more on Luke Skywalker if a season 2 does happen, though, considering that this one focused somewhat heavily on Princess Leia, though. So time will ultimately tell if we ever do get a season 2, but I will say, though, that I definitely liked what I saw with this Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I thought it was very well done. It was nice to see Ian McGregor and Hayden Christensen and even James Earl Jones return again to reprise these classic roles, to be exact, though. So it's worth watching, though. If you have Disney Plus, it's worth taking a look at, definitely, especially if you like how Disney has handled these Star Wars shows on Disney Plus, though. Okay, this concludes my review / thought of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus. And again, these are my opinion. What are yours? What are your thoughts about the Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries on Disney Plus? Did you get a chance to watch it? Did you enjoy what they did with it? Were there some episodes that stuck out well or didn't, though? Did you like what you see? Did you not like what you see? As always, sound off on the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And if you do like this video, I hope you hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And I hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do, make sure you hit the bell icon for notifications of any new videos I put up. Also, feel free to share this video if you want to, and feel free to donate to my channel if you like. You could do it through PayPal me or Patreon. Links will be in the description of this video, assuming you're watching this on YouTube. And I'll see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that'll be soon. Until then, from Southern California, wish you all a good day then. Bye!